What's up, guys? Derek, moreplates.com. Today we are going to be talking about tretinoin and anti-aging. So people have been asking me about what am I doing for skincare? Because I mentioned maybe like a few months ago at this point, I was going to start taking it more seriously because up until this past year, I had really only looked at body composition stuff, hair loss stuff. I had sort of like foregoed any kind of research into skincare, which is kind of, ironic considering the self-improvement niche that I am immersed in. And that is one of the main things you should be doing is taking care of your skin. And I sort of like fell into that, dumb crowd of people who thought, I should just blast melanotan and fucking hit tanning beds and shit when I was earlier in my 20s. So anyways, now I'm sort of like, longevity minded in skin aspect too. And I've started to take measures to kind of try and, reverse some of the damage that has been done, as well as just maintain what I have for the as long as possible at this point. So, I've talked about some of the basic shit I've implemented, which was basically just like a hyaluronic acid serum, as well as a moisturizer, blah, blah, blah. The same, the standard shit. We have a good one through Gorilla Mind. That's the one I'm using. But above and beyond that, the prescription grade stuff, I mentioned how I'd be starting tretinoin. So that is something I started about a month ago at this point. And I started out with 0.01% tretinoin. Apparently this is not going to, you gonna focus there, buddy? You gonna fucking focus, dude? All right. So I started off with 0.01, which is really weak, and basically just to assess my skin's reaction to it. And I didn't really, notice anything. And everyone talks about how your skin just gets fucking mauled when you start this stuff. So I was thinking, okay, well, obviously I can tolerate 0.01 pretty easily. So let's move on to 0.025. So that's when I went on to this, 0.025. And that is what I have been using to date. And this shit really dries out my skin. I literally, before I record videos, I have to go in the bathroom, get a cloth, and like wipe the dead skin off on some aspects. So in some areas of my face, on some aspects of my face. So anyways, I'm at 0.025 right now, and it's pretty substantial in terms of the, I guess it's not substantial in irritation, but it's definitely having an effect on like flaking and like skin, dead skin, etc. So once I get used to that and I kind of like plateau, I guess, I'm going to try and bump it up again. I have this compounded medication from one of the pharmacies we use through my HRT clinic, and it has tretinoin, vitamin C, vitamin E in it, and this one is at a, focus. Fucking hell. This one is at a 0.03% concentration, and it is made in the US, and FDA approved pharma grade medications in the US. Anecdotally, for some reason, like some of the Indian pharmacies you'll get your shit from, for some reason it seems like the generics often aren't up to the same snuff in potency in some aspects, and we shall see if that is the case when it comes to this tretinoin that I had compounded. So this is 0.03, so I'm going to come at it pretty much from the angle that just to test if it is significantly more potent than the generic Indian pharmacy 0.025 stuff that I have. And then after that, I'm going to keep tapering up, and I'll just have our compounding pharmacies continue to make me higher and higher concentrations until I can get as close to 0.1% as possible. I know there is conflicting data suggesting that cosmetically 0.025 yields the same photoaging benefits as 0.1, but with a relative lack of irritation. Like, I guess there is a minimum effective dose for everything, and you're just increasing your side effect profile, just like with anabolic steroids. Once you saturate a certain pathway and you just like crank the dosage up, you're just kind of like overflowing and overspilling and causing a myriad of issues that you may otherwise avoid should you have not just stuck with the minimum effective dose or the max effective dose before you get into diminishing returns and have your side effects go through the fucking roof. So with tretinoin, I don't know if 0.025 is actually that max effective dose, where then anything above that is just like, side effects on top of it, and there's no additional like cosmetic benefit at the end of the day. But I'm willing to, you know, taper up and see, to be honest. Like, I'm going to see how my skin tolerates 0.05 and then go up from there and hopefully eventually get to 0.1. Maybe I won't need it. Maybe I will. I don't know. But I want to see, I want to give it a good shot because at least, even though the data suggests that there is no difference at the end of the day, there is data that suggests you get to your end stage final result quicker if you use a higher dose. So I don't usually I wouldn't recommend anyone, you know, it almost reminds me of like front loading gear or some shit, you know, like get to the fucking heavy duty part like quicker. It's, I don't know, with skincare, maybe my stance should be more conservative like it is with everything else. So I don't know, maybe that's a bit haphazardly approached the way I'm doing it, but that is sort of the strategy for now. And obviously I'll keep you guys updated as it goes. As of now, the only negative issues I've seen are ridiculous amounts of flaking and dry skin and like some irritation and whatnot, but it's not significant enough that I've had to discontinue or anything, and I'm at 0.025, which is at least something that produces a clinical result. So that is good to know that I can at least tolerate the minimum effective dose. So, I don't know, we'll see. Let me know what your guys' experiences were with tretinoin in the comment section down below. Did you find that you needed to go up to, was there a difference when you went from 0.025 to 0.05 to 0.1? Did you notice a significant increase in your skin, like flaking like a motherfucker when you went from, when you doubled your dosage up, or from 0.025 to 0.05 to 0.1? What was your experience? How long did it take to see the benefits in your skin? Any tips or tricks you have would be appreciated, I'm sure, by everyone in the community, because not many people talk about this shit. Even like, again, this is like one of those things where it's like, where are the main self-improvement channels talking about it? Like, I don't think I've seen them talk about tretinoin to date. Even though I'm pretty sure that is a medication that would probably be promoted by some of these, you know, like cookie cutter telemedicine services that they, you know, promote their the finasteride and shit through. So I don't know, maybe they have made a video and I just missed it. But anyways, this is seems like the number one thing you can pretty much do for skincare is adding in tretinoin into your regimen, and people have been suggesting it to me for a while at this point. And you know, it's time to pull the trigger. I wanted to wait until summer was over because, you know, there is the some people suggest that it is going to make you way more prone to skin damage from the sun if you wear it out in the summertime. And you know, I just didn't want to have to worry about that at all, so I just figured I'd wait until we get into closer to winter to kind of start it up, because I'm not gonna be outside really much at all, and even if I am, it's not gonna be as problematic. So now we're full blown into it, boys, so let's see what happens. We should have a good idea of how this shit works, for me in particular, by next summer, hopefully. And I don't know, any and all anecdotal reports are appreciated in the comments down below, because at the end of the day, frankly, I feel like my comment section is probably more useful than like a lot of different places on the internet. Like, obviously there's good places like there's forums, there's Reddits, like subreddits I should say, and things of this nature, but it's like, other than that, there's not like a whole lot of places you can get like very specific info from people who are trying to like intentionally like make their dicks bigger, make their skin as good as possible, like all this crazy shit. So let me know what you guys, your experiences, anything is going to be appreciated, and make people have more data to make more informed decisions for their own personal use and whatnot. So yeah, anyways, take from that what you will. Let's see how this goes, and hopefully I can get some pretty blatant improvements in the next 8 to 12 months here. So thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, check out my blog, moreplates.com. Follow me on Instagram at moreplates_moredates, Facebook, Snapchat, BitChute, Twitter, TikTok, Apple Podcasts. If you want to support the channel, you can check out anything I'm associated with in the video description down below, as well as my TRT clinic, pharma-grade hair loss medications I use, Gorilla Mind nootropic formulas, Gorilla Mode pre-workout formulas that designed from scratch myself, as well as anything else I'm associated with. It's all in the video description below. So thank you guys for watching. Talk to you soon.